T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff. Copy, 1 Alpha.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
T plus 35 seconds into the From 2 mission, the first ever human spaceflight mission to cover the poles.
And we are throttling down the engines on the first
Power
stage.
telemetry nominal.
On the first stage vehicle 4.
Stage 1 throttle down.
Oh, it's perfect timing with these callouts. We throttled down the engines for max Q, and there's max Q. It's the maximum dynamic pressure that the vehicle sees on ascent.
Supersonic.
Confirmation we're supersonic. We're preparing to throttle back up on first stage Merlin engines.
Stage 1 throttle up.
Confirmation we're back up on power on the 9 Merlin 1D engines.
Stage 1 Bravo.
1 Bravo
Copy,
called out
1
by
Bravo.
the crew. That means if there was a need for an abort with the first stage now emptying itself of propellant, Dragon would fly a different profile than if, say, right off the pad we had initially. Waiting for the MVAC-D chill call.
MVAC chill is underway.
We're beginning to chill the second stage engine in preparation for its ignition, coming up in less than a minute from now.
We also have a few events that are going to happen back to back. We'll have MECO stage separation and second stage engine ignition. MECO is main engine cutoff. That's where we will shut down all of those 9 engines, which you're seeing there on the first stage vehicle to slow
Stage 1 throttle down.
And we've got a live view of the crew on the vehicle at this moment, which is really cool. And we will have MECO stage separation and MVAC ignition in just about 10 seconds from now.
We're beginning to throttle down the Merlin engines in preparation for main engine cutoff. You on the left looking up at the second stage engine nozzle.
MECO. Stage separation confirmed.
Stage 2.
Copy, stage 2.
MVAC ignition.
And there we just saw MECO stage separation. The MVAC engine has ignited, and we've also started the boost back burn on the first stage, which you can see there on your left-hand screen. Anna and Sarah, those were a lot of dynamic events that just happened right now that the From 2 crew is experiencing, but you guys also got to experience that.
Yes, I remember. Now we're in stage 2, and I remember that slow buildup of G-forces during this stage. The first stage, the G-forces come on fast, but the second stage, they're a bit slower. And so right now, you're starting to feel it come on faster and faster, and you feel that pressure into your chest. You feel yourself being pressed into your seat, harder to move your hands up. It's an exciting ride, and you see the minutes counting by until the moment that you know you'll be in space.
Yeah, you're right, because
Dragon, SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
good call out from Guidance Navigation Control Officer. Trajectory is nominal for the crew.
Dragon, copy.
And Commander copies that call out. But yeah, you had a good point. Well, we talked earlier, the second stage engine's over 200,000 pounds of thrust. There's more than 200,000 pounds of propellant, so when it first lights, it's not accelerating very rapidly. But Sarah, what's it like when you get near the end of the burn? We heard Bob and Doug back on Crew Demo 2 call it like driving down a gravelly, bumpy road at high speed.
It's definitely more, maybe a little more vibration than first stage because the engine is so much closer to the spacecraft. So you absolutely feel a difference in the sensations you experience when you're riding on the second stage.
Cool.
I'm sure the From 2 crew is feeling something similar. They're still inside of Dragon, which is still attached to the second stage, and on your left-hand
Dragon
screen,
SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
on the left hand of your screen, you can see a view of the MVAC engine ignited.
Nominal.
But coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll have the entry burn on the first stage, which is currently making its way back down to Earth. And we did perform a boost back burn on this one.
Yeah, we did a one-engine boost back burn. We didn't have, normally when you launch to the east or northeast in a crew mission, you take advantage of the Earth's rotational velocity. But in this case, we're pretty much going straight south, and so you don't get that eastward velocity. So the first stage needed to use a little more propellant to get the crew up into the right position for stage separation. So we can't bring the first stage all the way back to land like we might do on an ISS mission. So instead, we're going to land on the drone ship, but not as far south as we would normally do
Dragon
if this
SpaceX,
was
trajectory nominal.
something like a Starlink mission. Another nominal trajectory.
Dragon copy. Nominal.
And the crew recites it back. We've got good comms with the crew. But yeah, Jesse, to your point, we are coming up on the second part of the return of the first stage, and that's going to be the entry burn. First stage will start the center engine and then light 2 additional engines. We should see that coming up right now in about 7 seconds. Meanwhile, the crew continuing to head to space.
During this time, we would continue to monitor the altitude as the vehicle kept rising and rising.
Yeah, you got the displays there where you guys can monitor that during the launch.
Dragon SpaceX, trajectory nominal.
And we did see on the left-hand screen that the entry burn has
Dragon
begun.
copy. Nominal.
Entry burn did complete. We didn't hear any callouts, but we do have a green screen here. We have a good entry burn. Second stage continuing to head towards the separation orbit. First stage heading to the drone ship.
Stage 2 FTS has safed.
We are expecting the landing burn on the first stage to occur in about 20 seconds from now. That'll just be a single engine burn on the vehicle. Once again, the M1D engines have about 190,000 pounds of thrust, which is just enough to slow the vehicle down just in time for landing.
Panama.
Copy, Panama.
It's another abort call out on the second stage. You go on the space station, you hear it called Shannon. That tells you where you can reach if there's a problem right now. And we've now got video on first stage. Landing burn has begun. And a view from the drone ship. Legs are deployed. And touchdown after 6 flights.
And the booster that has taken the From 2 crew out into space has
Stage
now
2's
made it back
internal
to
guidance.
Earth.
Yeah, Jesse, we just heard the call out. I don't know if you hear it in the capsule on your flight, but we heard the terminal guidance call. We've essentially reached the altitude. Now we're working the angular momentum of the orbit. So we're going to listen in. We're just seconds away from shutdown. And about less than a minute after that, we should have Dragon separation from the second stage.
MVAC shut down.
Dragon SpaceX, nominal orbit insertion.
And great news there. We heard the call out for nominal orbital
Dragon
insertion.
copy. Nominal.
Dragon copies nominal.
Launch escape system disarmed.
Oh, another good call out. They're in orbit where they want to be. They've disarmed launch escape system. Doesn't need it anymore. We're 191 kilometers up. We've got the view of the crew. Right now, Dragon, or The second stage is going through a very short period. We're making sure that we're pointed in the right direction. We've got the engine shut down, purging gas, and it's separation.
From 2 crew is flying on its own on Dragon.
Dragon, on behalf of the Falcon team, we're honored to deliver you safely to your polar orbit. Enjoy the views of the poles, send us some pictures, and our minds will be flying with you as you go over the poles. Have a great flight.
And Dragon, this is your launch director here. Pretty wild to see the From Adventure sailing to the poles once again, over 130 years from its christening. This time, though, with Starlink. Godspeed, From 2. Cheers.
Cheers.
SpaceX team calling up to Dragon.